Have you ever been entranced by the dark allure of a bewitched mug of alcohol, clutched in your hand like a cursed talisman as the relentless tick of the clock echoes in the background? I have, and this is my chilling tale. I was caught in the relentless, cold grip of alcohol addiction. It was a sinister, unyielding spiral I was powerless to escape from. With each new dawn, the compulsion would gnaw at my spirit, seducing me to take just one more sip, then another, and yet another. In a state of despair, I delved into the eerie realm of online fortune-telling. The responses were as diverse as they were chilling. One suggested substituting alcohol with cannabis, but the thought of replacing one demon with another was deeply disturbing. So I continued my dance with the devil. I continued to drink. Then, an ominous suggestion surfaced. The proposition was to shift my addiction to another soul by openly confessing my insatiable thirst for alcohol. It was a strange, unsettling thought, but I was desperate for salvation. In my day job, I work with patients, and one of them became the unsuspecting victim of my experiment. I began to spill my dark desires, my relentless need for a drink, the way each intoxicating sip was an escape from this world. And something spine-chilling happened. As I unveiled my struggle, I felt the heavy chains of my addiction start to loosen. My cravings began to fade, and I could finally draw breath without the oppressive need for alcohol. I still drank occasionally, but the obsession, the daily necessity of it, had vanished. As the days turned into nights, I began noticing an alarming change in the patient I had been unburdening my struggles to. His eyes, once vibrant and inquisitive, started to mirror a familiar desperation. His hands shook, his voice trembled, and he began demanding alcohol with a fervor that was a chilling echo of my own past. The cold, sterile corridors of the hospital reverberated with his tormented cries for a drink, chilling echoes of my own past. It was as if my addiction had somehow seeped into him, a ghostly reflection of my own battles. The guilt of what I had unknowingly inflicted was a crushing blow. It was a stark reminder that every action, every spoken word, bears a haunting consequence. The unforeseen fallout of my recovery was a harsh wake-up call. The road to sobriety is a treacherous one, and we must tread lightly, for our demons might unwittingly become someone else's. So, what does this tale teach us? It reveals that the human mind is a labyrinth, capable of the most astounding yet terrifying feats. It shows us that sometimes the resolution to our problems may not come in the form we anticipate. It could be as straightforward as discussing our struggles and sharing our burdens. It also serves as a stark reminder that addiction is not a life sentence. It's a battle indeed, a dark one, but one that can be won. It's a journey, not a destination. And every step we take towards recovery, no matter how small, is a triumph. Remember, we are more than our addictions. We are individuals, each with our unique strengths and weaknesses. And sometimes, it's in our darkest hour that we discover our true strength. This is my story, a macabre tale of struggle, discovery, and ultimately, recovery. It's a reminder that hope can be unearthed in the most unexpected places, and the key to liberation might just be a conversation away. In my darkest times, I found myself walking the halls of a mental asylum, not as a patient, but as a staff member. The cold, sterile walls, the echoing corridors, the muffled sobs of the patients. It was a disconcerting reality, a world far removed from the distorted haze of addiction I had been dancing with. It was here, amidst the labyrinth of healing and suffering, that I was faced with the dreadful consequences of my alcoholism. One particular patient, a man as sick as he was misunderstood, became the victim of my inebriated negligence. My addiction, like a volatile contagion, found a new host in him. I watched, helpless, as he started exhibiting symptoms of my own dependency. But amidst this grim reality, there was a glimmer of redemption. Other staff members, their faces lined with understanding and compassion, reminded me of my responsibility towards these vulnerable souls. They saw me, not as a careless drunk, but as a healthcare provider, a person with the potential to protect and heal. Their unwavering faith in me stoked the fire within, a desire to battle my addiction, to prevent it from causing further damage. It was a jarring revelation, but it was there in that mental asylum that I truly began to comprehend the magnitude of my addiction and, more importantly, the power within me to conquer it. Remember, the path to recovery is not a straight line. It's a winding road filled with unexpected twists and turns. But every step forward is a victory. It begins with acknowledging the monster within, the first and often the hardest step. Once you've recognized the need for change, seeking help becomes the next step. Reach out. You're not alone in this. There are support systems, friends, family, and professional help ready to guide you through this dark journey. But beyond external help, there's the power of self-belief and determination. It's about knowing that you're stronger than your addiction and that you can conquer it. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall into the abyss, but how many times you rise from it. Every day is a new opportunity, a new chance to take another step on the road to recovery. Because at the end of the day, it's your journey, your battle, and your victory.